Good evening, mixed martial arts fans. We are live in Culver City, California for the third installment of the Samurai Pro MMA series brought to you by Inca Cola and MMA Elite. I'm your host, Andrew Hagar, here with my broadcast partner, Akosa Akbom. How you doing tonight, Akosa?
I'm doing great, Andrew. You know, talking to the fighters yesterday and in the back, everybody here is super fired up. They're ready to fight hard and ready to put on a great show, so I can't wait.
I can't wait either. We've got a great 8-fight lineup tonight, with the main event seeing lightweights Magna Almeida and Darren Smith go head-to-head in a war of attrition. In the co-main event, it's a battle of bantamweights when Marcus Kowo locks horns with Mike Kubetska. The main event's really interesting in and out of the cage. You got Magna Almeida, a very talented Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner with 8 of his 9 victories coming by way of submission. Then you got Darren Smith, a very technical striker, looking to keep it on the feet and draw Almeida into a slugfest. Who will win? Who will impose the game plan? I'm very excited to find out. Outside of the cage, you got Smith, as a big comic book fan, looking to guys like Wolverine for inspiration. He may not be the tallest, he may not be the biggest, but he gets the job done. So we'll see who can do it tonight.
Absolutely, man. So, yeah, we're going to get started here real soon. So everybody stay tuned and we'll be right back. I couldn't even hear what you were saying.
Up next, we got a welterweight contest.
Ask for your Inca signature cocktail at the bar tonight. Tap out your thirst with a refreshing Inca Cola, regular or diet. Are you guys ready for some more fights? Make some noise. Introducing first, from the blue corner, Fernando Vargas.
Fernando Vargas coming out here looking to stand up and bang, has a boxing background but also has a background in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling. He's been training for about 8 years and got into the sport because he was playing football and felt like he just needed to keep going with competitive sports after he was done with school. He's always been confident in his hands. His father was a boxer and so was his grandfather, so it just seemed a natural fit for him to go to combat sports.
Yeah, and maybe in a football player, I'm not sure what position he was in, but he used to be a much larger person. About 230 pounds is where he started, dropped from when he started training. And obviously tonight we're at 170, so this is pretty impressive. He probably was with bigger fighters. They keep a lot of that power as they come down inside.
Absolutely, you see that with guys like Joe Riggs. A lot of people in there coming from a larger weight class just have a naturally bigger frame and a lot more power. You know, I think people can expect to see a really good show with this fight. Fernando, he likes to be calm and collected when he's fighting, but he definitely has had some personal things happen recently that's given him that kind of fire under his ass. You know, he really wants to go out there and perform.
And in the red corner, Johnathan Rivera.
Johnathan Rivera coming out as a freestyle fighter. He can do, you know, stand up, he can do ground. He can take the fight wherever it needs to go. And he says he really has this choice because of his wrestling. He has a 6-year wrestling pedigree, and he's been doing MMA for the past 2 years. Started fighting at 19 and took up mixed martial arts because, well, he wanted a better job to provide for his son. Very commendable trait.
Yeah, you know, he does marathons in his spare time, or he used to, and he said he still does here and there. So, well, he's also really big into fitness, so one would expect that he's going to have the gas tank to go all 3 rounds. I'd be shocked to see him get tired if you're a marathon runner and you're huge into fitness. So it'll be interesting if we meet the later rounds, if we see the bigger guy, or the formerly bigger guy against, say, the marathon runner, what their gas tanks look like. That could be a deciding factor.
Definitely an interesting dynamic. I mean, we heard that we can expect a war from this fight. I mean, Johnathan Rivera said himself, he wants any opponent he faces to think, I never want to fight this guy again. So you get 2 tremendous competitors in there like that, and it's going to be a war.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm excited.
Here we go, start of round 1 here.
Both fighters look very intense, staring at each other from across
Vargas
the cage.
switching stances, looking to establish his jab.
On you, Ted.
Good leg kick from Rivera. Rivera shoots from a little too far out. Vargas manages to stuff it.
On you, Gio. On you, Gio. Back on you, Ted.
Perseverance pays off. Rivera goes for that single and gets it.
You can see very quickly attacking Kimura from Vargas. But what Johnathan said earlier, that he said he could take the choice of where the fight takes place, looks like it's proving to be true. That was a very quick shot.
Vargas controlling posture fairly well here.
Right, keeping him very close, avoiding any major damage. It's good work to stay out of trouble, as Johnathan really can't do anything from here if he doesn't create some space, and you can see Cecil ready to separate him, and we're right back to
right back to the feet.
Great job by Fernando.
Another good leg kick from Rivera here. Nice little exchange, sees Rivera coming out on top. Another good leg kick, really working that leg.
Yeah, he's mixing it up pretty nicely in there.
Got the corner from Rivera, calling for the jab, trying to get him to establish his range, use that reach. Vargas looking very focused. Good split right hand there.
Staring right at him. Starting to bounce a little bit.
You can tell Vargas has very heavy hands, just the way he throws punches. Good jab from Rivera.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a big shot from Rivera soon, or another shot, but they find themselves right against the cage.
Oh,
big hook over the top.
Yeah, nice right hand from Vargas.
Kind of took the knees out of Johnathan again, but right away, again, he gets in trouble standing. He takes it right to the ground.
Right to side control.
He's looking for a Darce.
Oh, he's got it.
That straight arm is keeping it from getting tighter.
Yep.
If Rivera can turn the corner a bit, he'll tighten it up, and here we go. He's trying to.
And he switches out.
Nice job by Vargas to prevent that. Classic wrestling cradle to turn Vargas over, and he's right back on top in a dominant position. It's going to be a much more difficult position for Vargas to protect himself from. He's doing a good job so far.
Final 10 seconds of the round here. I think Rivera took this one based on his takedowns and ground control.
Dominant round from Rivera.
Yeah, Rivera definitely took control of that round, utilizing his wrestling just as he said he would.
Yeah, that was the big difference. I still think we still saw a little more effective striking for Rivera, but Vargas was right in there.
Oh,
really,
yeah.
Particularly with that counter hook that he landed, it took the knees out from Rivera shortly. But again, it was the wrestling that made the difference in that round.
You can tell Vargas has that kind of one-punch knockout power. All he needs to land is one good shot, and it could completely turn the tables on Rivera.
Now, if you're Vargas' corner, what do you tell him to do in there to change the tune of the fight?
Yeah, Vargas to use a little bit more in and out and angular movement, try to really stay outside, and try to avoid those takedowns and look for counters. You know, his counter right hand is fast, you can tell.
Vargas comes out very wet. Both fighters are wet. They must have dumped a little water on over both their heads. That's going to work out to his advantage.
Yep, slipping all over the place there.
And Vargas right away comes out a little more variety in his striking, light on his feet.
Definitely looking to put some combinations together nice. Good advice from his corner. Tell him to keep coming. Vargas really looking for that right hand.
Very stationary, Rivera, when he fights. But so far effective.
Rivera's corner imploring him to move forward and come forward.
They're actually
Vargas
calling for the takedown, for Rivera to shoot a takedown here. We'll see if we can hear that.
Good counter right hand from Vargas, but Rivera nails him right back and plants him on his butt with a takedown.
Apparently you can hear his corner. Another effective shot. He's taking the fight to the ground when he wants to. And another Kimura attempt. So nice to see Vargas active on the ground to still go for something. He's doing a great job of protecting himself. But he's going to have to get up from the bottom. He doesn't want to hang out there.
No, Vargas is really going for those submissions right off the bat as soon as he hits the back, but just can't seem to find him with all that sweat. Vargas bleeding from his nose there.
Passes right to side controlled, steps over to a butterfly that was almost being slipped in there, and has a strong side control. Neon belly to mount. Really nice transition, and he's in a very dominant position. Now, Vargas gives up his back to get out of the mount. We see Rivera flattening him out and starting to go to work.
Oh, this could be the end of the fight right here. Yep. The referee, Cecil People, stops the fight, giving Johnathan Rivera the win by TKO.
Yeah, dominant finish by Rivera. Really nice control on the ground, and he's just as intense when he started. You can see Vargas a little disappointed, but really nice work by Rivera. He took the fight where he wanted to, and really had a big advantage on the ground. Whether it was in control or damage.
As promised, Rivera really utilized his wrestling to control the fight and the pace of the fight. You got to give Vargas all the credit in the world, though. He hung in there and was delivering some really big shots. He just couldn't seem to find his rhythm. Every time he tried to find it, Rivera would put him on his butt, and boom. That's the story of the fight.
Rivera has an 18-month-old son at home. He said he loves to hang out with him when he's not fighting, and he'll be able to go home and celebrate with his little son, so that's great.
The referee stopped the fight. 2-11. Don't forget to register for a chance to win a free iPad courtesy of Inca Cola. Register with one of the Inca girls and like Inca Cola USA on Facebook to win an iPad tonight.